Unemployment rising across the nation.
Stock market down another 2,000 points and the largest drop in its
A
history.
subprime mortgage crisis worse than 2008.
Neighborhoods across the country destroyed by an opioid epidemic.
Protests across the nation. Americans are looking for a necessary change in these tumultuous times.
Citizens growing angry as they face a collapsing economy.
A new party is arising as a substitute to the Republicans and Democrats, calling themselves the new founding fathers of America.
The new founding fathers rising in polls, with the NRA now endorsing them and supporting them financially with large donations to the NFFA war chest.
Can the NFFA seize control? Will Americans fall for their fear-mongering?
As your elected president, with my fellow new founding fathers, we make this promise. We will revive this country.
The island was chosen because its demographic is a perfect representation américaine, mais aussi car les ponts peuvent être bloqués, maintenant ainsi la
There are numerous drug and street gangs on Staten Island. Many are wondering if they'll participate. Many citizens are leaving. For those staying, the financial reward seems to be the incentive.
Despite the weather conditions, the protesters are out. They have their signs and their fists are raised. They are against the purge experiment that is happening.
This is wrong! Walk away from their money! Do not purge! Do not participate! Do not purge! Do not participate!
So we are here with Arlo Sabian. He is the chief of staff for the NFFA. He got this whole thing pushed through Congress. Well, you got protests all over the place now.
Please, the idea of the purge was analyzed for years. We allowed island citizens to vote on participation. They voted yes.
Yeah, and you know why? Because a lot of those people felt coerced by the fact they don't have money and you're offering money. So what do you say to the lower income people who are out here risking their lives tonight?
Well, Van, as with any scientific trial, those who participate receive payment.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to you, Dr. Updale. You are the behavioral scientist who actually came up with this whole experiment. A lot of people have a lot of concerns about this, and one concern comes up over and over again. I want the truth from you. Is the purge a political device?
I do not work for the NFFA. I did not conceive of the experiment for them. The NFFA had the courage to test it, but the conceit is not a political one. It is a psychological one. The benefit of acting violently without worry of consequence, that's a freeing violence.
A freeing violence. Okay, that's a new one on me. I have a question for you. What is your definition of success?
Well, the level of participation in certain areas is key. The Park Hill Towers, for example, are the center of this community. If there's considerable participation there, I think that'll be a strong indication that this night is a great success.
Well, we'll see.
This is another way to keep the brown and black people down!
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the NFFA social experiment on Staten Island, New York. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the experiment. All crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like yeah, bad trips like yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
How accurate are these figures?
They were just updated, sir.
You predicted a much higher level of participation.
We should have expected the unexpected. This is an experiment. There are variables.
Variables?
Human nature. Behavioral patterns vary according to environment. Data suggests that this socioeconomic group is not reacting the way that I predicted. Question is why?
I don't give a shit why. The NFFA put a lot of faith into this evening. If it's deemed ineffective, the entire regime could be judged as a failure.
I told you that science does not obey the laws of politics. My job is to analyze this data, nothing more. Soldiers into the island, disguised as gangs, as citizens, hunting people down using the tracking implants. You're making it look like people are participating because there wasn't enough purging.
But they're not soldiers. They're mercenaries from all over. This country is overpopulated, Doctor. There's too much crime, too much unemployment.
Is that even true, or did you
Bankrupt
falsify
government
those numbers?
They can't afford to care for its own citizenry. People don't want us to raise taxes. Our debt has tripled. We can't pay for anything. We, the NFFA, we inherited all this mess. Right, something needed to be done.
Not like this.
What then? You tell me, because we exhausted every possibility. I need for this to work. I need to sell this on a countrywide scale because this is our last hope.
You're trying to depopulate the lower classes just so the NFFA doesn't have to support them.
Come on. We both know there's no easy answer where somebody, some group doesn't suffer.
What have I done?
You saved us. I thank you for it. Well, the turnout was bigger than we ever expected. Staten Island and its citizens have proven that this experiment was necessary. We will, of course, study the results, but I've received word from President Bracken that we're considering a nationwide purge, as the people are now calling it, as early as next year, one where every U.S. citizen can participate.